Hello. It's been a while. Oh, it has been like a month. Things have happened. For me personally, it's been IRL University. That's honestly been fun. I can actually say, yeah, fun as in actual fun, not sarcasm fun. That was a very loud motorcycle. I don't know if you heard that. Anyways, we did. Okay, thank you. Anyways, yep, but that's that. We're back on Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos. Session 58, I'm pretty sure it is. The last one was 57. Yep, I got it right. It's been a while, so let's take some time a bit to just refresh you on what happened, and I'll be doing it because there are kind of some important stuff I just want to make sure you remember. So, the last time on Strixhaven, a couple of things happened, and I'll actually be showing why is it not picking up this one. Alright, I guess I'm just doing this. Last time on Strixhaven, oh my god. Stop that. Last time on Strixhaven, this is gonna be fun to see on the VOD. Several things happened. Just to recap the general things that happened starting the 4th year, the party returned to campus and found a couple things awry. The student body was seemingly against them, as rumors, well not really rumors, facts really, of the party's involvement throughout the multiple happenings of the years, all 3 of them, and so far the 4th now, have been exposed to, well, the general public through multiple dubious means, or really just getting caught. Nobody really truly knows that. Actually, yes, you do. It was spread by that guy in the fox mask. Yusuke. I can actually understand that reference now. He's not Yusuke. And, well, other things. But specifically, last session, we got into a pretty narrative-focused game. As starting us off, the party met up and essentially were discussing and studying. As what happened last time was your specifically first and final exams of the year, just to let you remember that. There is only really one exam period during this year, because of the rest is, well, we'll get to explain that later. You don't really know that in character yet, but I informed you ahead of time. And, well, several things happened, some of which being, well, meeting up with Celeste, meeting up with Fleuret to discuss a few things, that of which being, well, the general reaction of your friends and close compatriots to how the rest of the campus has been treating you. They are still in the dark about what exactly your full situation is regarding why you were quarantined for the entirety of the first trimester. And some people didn't take it well. Lorraine released a whole water weird on some hecklers from the swimming club, and that put her in detention. Speaking of detention, after this whole debacle, the party went out to witness a debate, let's say, between the 2 younger Hare siblings and the Silver Quill senior that's named Heather, I remember. And this caused some issues, not much being of importance to how they ended up in detention, but rather it being the final act, as the siblings also end up in, well, detention specifically, just to remind you all, because it's where you'll be going next. The detention bog in Witherbloom campus. It's good to be back, right, guys? Anyways, after all this had happened, the party, well, just as I said before, took their first and final exams of the 4th year under the tutelage and watchful eye, though not so actually watchful as we found out, of Veralda Lang, your Arcanobiology professor from the 1st year of Strixhaven. And, well, after risking it all to make sure your friend passes so that your bard actually has her 9th level in bard, the party finds out that through their multiple interactions with Veralda, and specifically one of you in particular who I will not mention, she has grown an affinity for your certain group and has let this one slide. And that's what the beauty of having relationships affect the campaign, I suppose. And, well, after finding that out, the party was summoned by a couple of important people. Those being members of the Dragon's Guard, protectors of not just the university, but, well, Arcavios in general, as they act directly under the service and will of the founder dragons, well, who are named after the various colleges. Just reminding you all this, just in case it's been a while, because the next parts of this campaign are going to be important, so you should know this. And, well, we found out that they were being taken to a special person whom they neglected to mention at first, but we soon found out, probably for good reason, as the party had met up with Jadzi herself, the Oracle of Strixhaven, and really of all of Arcavius, the protector of magic and the keeper of its sanctity. This is where your friend, Lila Iridos, a year under you, finds out of her true nature as someone destined to be the next Oracle. How was this found out? Well, it was through a well-kept secret, that of which being the fact that every Oracle of Strixhaven becomes one of the Archaics through their death. If you need a refresher as to how this makes sense, Archaics, the giant omnipotent, well, no, it's not omnipotent, omniscient, seemingly omniscient creatures, were born since the dawn of time itself and the creation of the world. This was them being sent back to the origin of the world in order to be reborn as eternal watchers of, well, Arcavius. Lila has hers, or to be more correct, Layla has hers. Lila, as she is right now, is presumably a different person. She, as far as you can tell, has no archaic of her own, but is set on her own unique destiny, one that has already been chosen for her, and has been told. Now, after that's done, the party made their way back to their humble abode that well, kept them safe for the entirety of the first trimester. Well, safe until you brought a demon inside, but that's another story. And Lila is to stay for the night. As you all made your way back, you can finally join us once again to your temporary dormitories, where we will discuss a couple things. That was a bit, but we needed that information. The map would load. I forgot we went to Route 1. Yeah, Pokemon. Hey, look you. We're back. So with that, hopefully refreshing you on the memory of what happened so far in this campaign, we're back here. So you're led inside, well, where you were staying for the first trimester. The Dragon's Guard look to each other, and then look to you all as if they have one last thing to say to you, but allow you all to get comfortable and settle back in if you wish, or talk to each other again. Come on. Well, you all got your long rest and your level up, but that would happen after you have gone to sleep. It doesn't really matter, because we're kind of having to end the last session early. But yeah, you would be level 9 after getting this sleep, but you have this moment. A short moment, unless you have a lot of things. What do you say after that, honestly? Good point. Well, I guess welcome to our currently new place, Lila. Wow, it's very spacious. Yes, this place honestly doesn't look so bad for a retreat. She tries to be her usual self, but there's definitely that weight in her voice of, yeah, I'm Christ, technically. I'm the second coming of Christ. Not exactly, but I'm not gonna get into Catholic lore, Christian lore. Fuck. Don't quote me. Timing of hearing the message I sent. So, I guess I should probably be asking, where exactly am I staying? It was a bit of an on-the-spot decision, but I kinda did at least want to have someone nearby. It is all a lot after all.
I mean, you're welcome here, but don't have high hopes of how we live. It's not glamorous.
Oh, that should be fine. I was in a solitary room myself, and well, that should be fine. So, whose room are you putting her in? Do you even have
Yeah,
to
I was going to ask who has a solo room.
Midnight. If you allow
Oh,
that.
God.
Not mine. Yeah, you can settle that.
Put her with Arleigh and Celeste.
If we need a reminder as to rooms, this is Murdock's, and this is here. So if
Actually,
that
Murdock's
influences your
room is
decision,
alone.
yeah,
Put her in
alone.
Murdock's room.
There's
That's a
this,
good
which is
idea.
shared by Celeste and Arleigh.
I
There's
don't think
the
3 people could
bathrooms.
fit in there.
There's Sinetis and Gyan staying in this place with dismantled robots still there. And this is Midnight's, the summoning place of a demon.
I say Murdock's the safest.
If you put her in my room, I'm gonna worship her there.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds like a
That's
fun
so
idea.
loud.
Let's put her there.
Don't do
Get
No.
Midnight a new patron
No.
while we're at it.
So, party. You're the host.
I say the best option is we give her the couch and
That works. Sure.
the living room is big enough. The couch is fine.
Just put her in the couch. Just
Which
sleep
couch is
in
the
this
real
like
question?
however long single room, however wide. Just lights off. This. You can stay with Arleigh in my stead. I'll sleep in the bathtub or something.
There's a hammock outside if you like hammocks. Gyan points to the balcony.
I mean, I don't know how you guys have been living, but I don't think a bathtub is supposed to be the most comfortable thing. I mean, are you all sure? I can just take the couch if you all already have your own bookings. It should be fine. It's just for tonight anyway. Is she your present?
I mean, Gyan looks to the many couches and points. You can hop on one and see if it's comfortable for you first.
I suppose so.
One of, I don't know, like
No, that
10
wouldn't be
couches
right.
we have.
No, I'm the present. Yeah, like she walks around, takes a look at it, sees that it is spacious enough to sleep, and then she looks at the tree and looks up and sees.
You need to get rid of that.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, say hi to Bob.
Oh, hi, Bob. Greetings. Short, red one. I am Don Bob, the master of this abode. To whom may I grant the honor of my presence?
Don't mind him, he's been with Midnight too much.
Well, if you must know, Sir Don Bob, I'm Lila. I'm a friend just staying over for the night. If they accept you, I do. Huh. I am Don Bob. I keep watch. Seems fun. He's so cool. So I guess I'm taking couch then? Wait, which room do we talk about? Nobody's come to a definitive conclusion.
You know, yeah, that's probably for the best for now, but we'll sort out a permanent solution soon. Right, guys?
Arleigh can give her her bed. Speaking of permanent solutions, since you brought it up, the Dragon's Guard will actually approach you. We are also to inform you, actually, that technically this is the last night you actually have to spend under this roof. Your restrictions have been lifted, as you are deemed safe enough to wander. Though, given the current circumstances, staying here is also a understandable option. It's much more distant, and putting you back in the dormitories would require some paperwork and organizing. Plus, you'd be with some of the lower years, if you're still comfortable with that. So yeah, I guess this is my turn to inform you that, yeah, your restriction has been lifted since the trimester has ended. You don't actually have to stay here anymore. But well, the choice is still up to you, since, well, this is not exactly a space being used either way, and, well, up to you to determine if you want to go back to a public dormitory.
I want to stay here. This house is cool.
So yeah. Technically, that also applies to Lila. So you could just send her back, or you could keep her around.
I think someone in our group as well.
How to feel, since our old dorm does have a lot of students. Yeah, just as a reminder, those dorms are generally for like first and second years. You guys just had a blood pact with your friends to stay there. Yeah, those dorms were central campus dorms, and technically this is also central campus, but it's not a dormitory. Those were the public dorms, generally being used by students who just want to stay there, or more typically by the first and second year students.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this place is much cooler than the dorm, so if I
was gonna stay
here.
Yeah. You guys just were given reasons to stay there, because convenience. And, well, and the Nora, and the security. I vote for staying here. Well, Yori will tell you, the decision does not have to be now. You can, you're all capable individuals yourself. You can organize your living conditions under your own ability. But for now, this night, and, well, we would appreciate if you could inform us. However long you wish to stay here, you are allowed to. You are no longer put under the restrictions that have been set upon you. Well, as you discuss staying here, oh yeah, I guess she's also addressed. And that also applies to you, Lila. You mean it? Wasn't it important that I... Much that it is important, yes. We do not wish to restrict your personal freedom. You are still your own person. We do not wish to deprive you of your own choices. She says that with a bit of a heavy sigh, because... Destiny. Not the game, but... She kinda doesn't have other things to choose, so she's being allowed this. And, well, Carmeno looks to all of you with a look that just says, you're part of this now.
Whether you like it or not.
To be fair, that's also an answer you gave him when you gave him one of the social stones, if you remember those things. Yep, so you're a part of this now, and you were kind of given a personal talk by the Oracle herself, so yeah. Whether you like it or not, fate seemingly wants to toy with you. Yeah, you can just watch, like, the VOD's still there. It was the very meta speech where I talked about campaigns and sessions and shit. Whatever those words mean. I'll be the one to let Lido sleep in my spot. Arleigh... Well, there's this bed and there's this hammock. I put Arleigh on the hammock, but you can really share a bed or however. There's a beanbag here, even.
What if all of us did a sleepover in the living room
hello,
for
Roxy.
one night?
Sleep over in the living room? I mean, if you're welcoming her in, that would be a good idea.
No one gets a bed. Everyone sleeps on the couch or on the floor.
Couch sleepover? I can sleep the whole night as a cat. Couch sleepover? Am I hearing couch sleepover?
Yes, with an outdated Christmas tree and a bob.
I can't change the map, but yeah. Sure. Who proposes that?
Celeste, do it. It feels like a Celeste thing to suggest. Or Arleigh. Gyan just straight up said, "The couch is right there, be my guest."
Takes a seat at it. You're not a good host. Okay, how about we all sleep in the couch? Okay, stands back up again, turns to you. What? Do you mean you wish to accompany me? That's... You wouldn't want to intrude. Sleepover time. Murdock will probably go like, well, I don't sleep, so I'm just gonna sit somewhere. And fucks off. It would be really awkward to just have Murdock, who does not sleep, just sit there.
Stare into our souls while we sleep.
Bring the skeletons with you. Okay, well, given multiple things, the party makes some preparations to have a sleepover in the center, amidst the couches and under the tree. Assuming you move the table and such, you take your rest here.
Is there even a beanbag here?
You could put one, yes.
Oh yeah, fair. Gyan's sleeping on the floor. He's used to it.
There was one. Dibs on the beanbag. Let me sleep on it. Come on, Google, don't fail me now. Okay, as you'll... This is gonna look... Actually, no, this might work. If it's... That's a fake PNG. You lied to me.
Did you try to get a transparent PNG?
I got one now. God damn it. Come on, let's do this. Not as HTML.
Damn, the struggle is real.
Come on, I just want one. I don't care what color. Oh my god, how how difficult is it? All these are fake PNGs.
We've been bamboozled.
There, just take this. There you go, now it works. you've gotten your situation. Anything else the party wishes to talk about, or do you just sleep? Arleigh starts grabbing her book and doodling. Well, as you've all gotten settled in the exchange of words, Lila's just getting comfortable. Heavy sigh. Time for truth or dare. Haha, JK, let's go to sleep. Well, as Lila breathes a heavy sigh and everyone else just gets some sleep from this long day, you take in all of what you've been told, which is a lot. Something about an intertwined destiny, you being people outside the influence of fate, or being part of it. It's confusing to remember, but everything seems to connect in some way to her. However that works. And, well, you think about it for a bit as you go to sleep, but for now, the tiredness takes over. As, the feeling of sleep washes over. And you get a calm, peaceful rest. No demons getting summoned. No dreams or premonition. Except one. This one we got some rest. Let me grab it again.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
And this happens in the mind of one of you. Arleigh, you are not in the dream. It's not a dream where you are within a place and you can feel your surroundings. No, it's more of a scenario that plays in you. Before this happens, you feel a soft warmth emanating from you, as interrupting whatever else you were dreaming of is a sight. Fog. Very thick, greenish fog that washes over a place. It's hard to... This sounds familiar. I swear to God. Yes, it's not, but it's not. Yeah. But yeah. This thick greenish fog that washes over a place. You try to focus more on the imagery of it and see a couple things. Plant life is apparent, as through the thinner parts of this, well, fog, you see branches that crown themselves in bunches of drooping leaves and vines. Sensations start to fill your vision, as not just sight comes to you, but then comes next is smell, as you smell some rancid odor. It honestly makes you want to cough if you could, but, well, you're not really physically in here. And then touch comes to you. Well, actually, first, no. Hearing comes to you first, as well as then touch soon to follow. You start to hear these many, well, some of which being, like, What do they call it again? Fuck me, I can't believe I forgot its name. You hear the various sounds of fauna just echoing through what seems like a night sky as crickets sound, frogs croak, and, well, other sorts of groans and moans from creatures you can't really identify just from sound. And then you feel some wind wash over you as a very moist breeze brushes past as you feel yourself almost slowly materialize into this scenario. Feet touching upon moist and very soft soil. The fog thickens once more as it feels less than ordinary. You know and practically recognize this type of environment as you are with a sense of familiarity. But something seems amiss. This air bodes a sense of dread with it, like the fog itself is corrupt. But that's all you see, as it thickens enough to block out your vision, and the rest of your dream, whatever it is, proceeds as followed. One last thing you feel is that initial warmth that started this whole scenario almost fade away from you as you hear this sound of like a radiant beam of light fade, just as a signal that it's over. And rest progresses, and you all wake up. If the bot would like to skip it. There we go. Back to normal. Have you forgotten? Alright, well, it's morning. Hello? My players are asleep.
Who wakes up first?
I'm waking up because I got armor to put on, man. That shit's gonna take me 10 minutes.
Considering her senses make her wake up. Ah. Well, okay, what was that? I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow with no.
Fuck is that on the table?
Like maps, candelabra, some pipes, map.
Oh,
Those are not cigarettes.
wow.
I can't edit the map, goddammit. Is this book doing it again? She checks her book. Your book seems normal. As normal as it can be. Okay, who's been smoking here? Speaking of, do I have to roll? Yeah, roll the thing. Technically, this is the same long rest you took before, but if you want to just switch spells, if you don't like the current ones you prepared, feel free, because you know what day it is. Yeah, just re-roll. It's been a while. You check your book, the cover of it doesn't seem to have changed, no new pages have been added, and stuff, and so I read the future. Nothing seems to have changed in the book itself. But yeah. For anyone who checks, Lila is still asleep, giving you time to wake up. So, Come on. Let's not wake her up. Weird.
Gyan probably wake up about now.
Good morning.
What's weird? Gyan's like rubbing his eyes,
Morning.
looking like a deer that just saw daylight for the first time.
Was that Witherbloom? Oh, hey guys, morning. Does the party wear pajamas?
No, I sleep naked.
Gyan just has like whatever, like simple linen robes are available.
Sure. Well, what's weird is a dream that I had. Morning.
What happened in your dream? Now he's a little born awake.
I sleep in a Prismari onesie. Prismari onesie, just one side's red, one side's blue. It's mixed in the center somewhere. I don't know. Clothing design. The school onesie. Oh, as in Prismari the dragon? Prismari the dragon onesie. That's something to visualize. The hood is doing the pog face. I don't know what to think about it right now because I'm just as confused, but I swear my dream just put me in a conscious state in a weird forest with lots of thick green fog.
When you say weird green forest, I can only think of one place.
Also a sense of dread. That
perfect. Fits the place swimmingly.
That's just like in real life. So, yeah, my suspicions right now is Witherbloom. Gasp! I mean, where else can we find a muddy forest terrain with weird creatures around and a not so pleasant smell?
And a sense of dread.
From the distance. Sounds dope!
Shut up, Murdock.
Sounds like Witherbloom, alright.
The real question is, what does it mean? Your dreams or visions, I guess, never really mean anything good. Does the book have anything?
Guess who's going there? Right, today's the day. Just remembering the characters. Today is the day you're assigned to help her. No, I checked it just now, it has nothing. OMG Discord. Felt more like a vision than in a dream, so I'm backing on it happening. Arleigh's vision. The last time that happened, it went well. How much time do we have before we go to Witherbloom? It's morning, and whatever thing is happening is still afternoon. It's like afternoon after class hours generally happen. Let's say like what, 6 p.m. is when you're supposed to do it, giving any regular activity time to finish before you have to do that. And you just woke up now, so there's a bit. That's also me signaling, yes, you can go out and make preparations if you want. You're free now. Okay. Okay. Do we actually need something, though? Well, ask the party. It's a trip into Witherbloom, and you're given free time before you're meant to do something. Potions.
Maybe like...
I need spell slots, bro.
Oh yeah. Midnight still doesn't have a patron.
Right, that thing. That thing felt like months ago. Really, it's just a few days ago. And my lucky feet, ha 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 ha.
It has been months for us.
I can only prepare enough lesser and I can only prepare enough lesser restoration and healing for all you before I get tapped out. Morning. What time is it?
Oh, morning, Lila. Gyan tells her the time, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'd say like somewhere between 7 and 8.
It's nearly 8 now.
Yeah, good. I didn't oversleep. Today's right. Preparations. I have to do that. Morning, Lila. How'd your first sleep here go? If I can be completely honest, it's much more comfortable knowing that it's not just me. Not to say that I can't sleep alone, but it was reassuring. It was a lot to think about at the night, and you all being here provided me some comfort. I genuinely thank you all. I know we haven't really gotten to know each other too well over these past years, much as that we probably should have, but genuinely, I feel indebted. It's time for you to wake up, get out there. She's gonna have a persona moment. Time to join the Phantom Pride League. Oh god, that name. The PPL! Hey, that name was so good. Well, you guys wanted to change it. I don't know. Well, we got the rest of the day to do stuff before the whole thing. And I'll be using a lot of it to practice my speech. I thought I could plan for it yesterday, but, well, everything happened. That definitely was real. I wouldn't be here otherwise. I'm gonna be grabbing some potions because... Options. Potions? There's at the party. Options. What are we called again? Polychrome. Polychrome is a good name though, to be fair, like... But Phantom Pride League. We are the people. Yeah, that one was lit. Anyways, just as a reminder to you all, what exactly are you going to do in Witherbloom? Well, that's to function as, well, detention monitors. Let me just refresh you on what exactly it is you are meant to do there. You are all tasked with mentoring, well, assisting with mentoring a group of misbehaving students of the day. And, well, that's what it's meant to look like on paper. On paper and on the record, it's meant to represent you guys taking some actions to essentially take extra credit and work some good to prove to yourselves that you are upstanding students despite what the student body currently thinks of you. And generally just do a good thing. It's also meant to serve as it's meant to, on paper, serve as part of your extra activities that help you catch up with your studies in lieu of you all having essentially been stuck in online class for the past month and a few. And that's what it's like. That's what it's meant to sound like on paper. In reality, and what you have been told, is that it's specifically to help and to be around Lila. The reason being, things outside of your control are moving already, and too fast. The Dragon's Guard are preoccupied, presumably, to investigate a breach in security in Witherbloom campus, as for some reason the defenses of the campus have been weakened. However, that happened. So they are going off to investigate that. And unfortunately, with this being already scheduled for Lila, it's not exactly something that can be easily redone. They're gonna have to leave her and watch of her in your care, as the rest of the faculty staff are still busy dealing with a murderous frog and figuring out what's wrong with that. So, given that you've all already been involved with this, your reputation is already not so stellar, and the fact that you have willingly helped out in this situation already more than a couple times, you were selected to watch over her. Also, there's some personal incentives since Lorene and the twins were sent to detention. But yeah, that's the situation. Just as a reminder. I just want to remind you all because the fourth year is an important year. A lot of important stuff is happening. Security breach, just like in FNAF. It's good to have you back too, Stella. It's really good to have you back. Anyways, yeah, that's what it's meant to be. So, we got guardian responsibilities, being students. You're all adults. Be right back. What else? There's also the fact that you're all connected in some strange way. We're all football champions, yeah. You guys are a sports team. Though you haven't really done anything sports-like since then. It's kind of been abolished now. Let's see here. Yeah, we have to do community work now because some dumbasses started gossiping. Wait, oh my god. We got cancelled! You got twit-longered by the newspaper, yes. That's what happened. That is actually the plot of Year 4, yes. We got... Somebody was pissed off and wrote a twit-longer about us and now we're cancelled. From glorious sports team to hiding away in a shack, which admittedly is a pretty good shack. Pretty quality shack. With like 10 times the space. So yeah. I mean, that's the situation. What are you guys planning on doing else? Because there's nothing else. Oh yeah, and I should also mention to you, just as a reminder, the person you are supposed to meet, you were told this already, is your professor named Arkin Minexus. The changeling that you all were having classes under, with different names. You're specifically to meet with him, and he is apparently the instructor assigned with overseeing the whole thing. So you do have instructors there, it's just that, well, it's a regular professor. So, guys? Alright, I can do the kilo thing, walk through trees. Oh yeah, you guys are level 9 now, so that's also a thing. Well, we need those potions.
I can hit stuff better.
Potions, please. +4 proficiency. Also level 3 spells. Finally. Back here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Lila is awoken up, still rubbing her eyes from being a little sleepy. Watches you all bicker and chuckles. She's still kinda feeling out of place here.
Several people.
We also need to figure out how to accommodate Lila better in this place. Gyan's voice changes every time I try to voice him. It sounds like this now. Skill issue. How do you feel, Lila? Well, more comfortable than I would be if I was alone, I'll give it that. But, well, I guess I'm just getting accustomed to things. Should give her a proper room to sleep in. If you guys are willing to take me in, I will admit I'd prefer this to being in a solitary room in Silverquill. You guys seem to at least have a pretty spacious place to you all. It's like everyone has their own little corner. She looks, seeing the piles of fallen bones over here. Right, just don't go in her room. I can imagine. Not to be rude, but yeah. Kinda like takes a look too on you. I suppose it's only fair that I ask, how are you all feeling? I understand that it's not just me who found myself involved in all this. Yes, I guess to get ourselves more comfortable with each other. How have you all been recently? I'm truly gonna stay here. I feel like I should get to know you all a little better. I lost everything. Midnight gets ejected. Did I just hear him say lost? Yes. Is something the matter? It's a long but hilarious story. Well, I could go for a story right now. How is that hilarious? I almost died! I don't know, I find it amusing. One of many unreal things I've witnessed in the past month. I'm apparently a pseudo-prophet now. Prophet? Gyan is bald. I think that's more hilarious. Losing everything, being a prophet, and bald. I see.
I'm the next leader of the Branx clan. That's pretty cool.
I think I'm starting to see the dynamic here now. And, yeah, looks to Celeste. Like, just seeing if you have anything to add. I don't have a patron anymore, so yeah. Patron? You mean like the ones for your magic? I've heard of channelers and evokers, or what they're called. Yeah, for my magic. Oh, that sounds unfortunate. Are you currently unable to wield it? I suppose that would be the logical answer. I'm useless now. We need to find a way to get him back to his old shape. You're not. Time to pray. So your friend here has lost his magic and you are all looking out to find a way to restore it. Without presumably going back to the same patron. We don't know how, but we'll have to find a new patron for him, something along those lines. Pretty much, yeah. Sulking in the corner. Kinda like... She... Oh, God. Token. She walks... Token! Cooperate with me. She walks over to you and just goes like, there. Yep, pretty much. Everyone's just saying pretty much. Do you want to talk about it? I'm something of a, I guess, part-time counselor myself. I find it helps. Sure. I suppose I'll start by asking him if anything ever gets too much for you to say anything. You can just tell me that you don't want to. But I think I'll do this as part of my first repayment to you all for allowing me here. I don't know why I just had this thought right now. But Gyan is a communist. Okay.
Fucking commie.
Lila will ask you, so you wish to not be useless, and that's tied to you having your magic. Am I getting that right? Nods. And you have a strained relationship with the one who provides you magic. I see. Well, it's a hammer and sickle apart from all his other tools, he doesn't know why. Well, part of my speech later is aimed towards those who've lost their way. It's not generally meant to apply to this situation, but it could be useful. I know you're all going to be watching over me later anyway, but if it helps, I would like to invite you to come listen intently to what I have to say later. Does that sound alright? Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to see that it could help, Mr. Midnight. She kind of places her hand on top of yours if you're sulking. And roll me a charisma save. Oh. Oh, 15. Well, one thing you can sense, Midnight, is, well, through your force of will, seemingly momentarily coming into contact with her, she is definitely someone who is warm, not just in the literal sense of her hand, but something about her words and her presence near you elevates you. One of your luck points comes back. Yo! See? Make her your patron. Easy. Well, I suppose we should get to the matter of figuring out where I'm staying, right? She doesn't seem to have noticed what's happened. But Midnight, you feel a divine power radiating from her. As she steps away, you feel it less and less until she comes back here. Looks surprised. Well, we got a few more options on rooms. That's Arleigh. Wow, I think I feel a bit lucky today. Midnight just has a shocked expression after she left, and nobody else gets any context. Okay, so potions. Are we not gonna assign her a room? We can discuss that after we survive with the bloom. Again. Well, I guess she can practice in the lounge. Good point. For now, we need supplies. So who's coming with me to grab the potions we need? Clink, clang, tang, bang. I'm broke, but I'll help carry. I say potions, antidotes for poison and such. Clonk, bonk, plonk, flonk. I like how you still have an antitoxin vial from the second year. Or was it first year, even? There you have it.
Is it expired? Has the
Who knows?
antitoxin vial become toxic?
Who knows? I have to leave now. Yep, and that's fine. Alright, I still have that vial, huh? Sid and I already talked about this. See, you got to see something after all. Bye-bye. I'll join back if you're all still playing. Okay, so Arleigh and Mid go for potions. What do we do then? I only have 184 gold. Oh, his thing does have an expiration date. I have 20 silver. Let's say the expiration date is like a year from now, so it's still fine. It's medical supplies, they last a while. You check expiration and it's next year. They probably were recently made anyway when you got them. Actually, no, I think you did make them yourself. It was either you found one and then made another, or you did one or the other. I'm pretty sure you all made one of them, one of the things you had from that point, yeah. And the others you found. So they were recent, yeah. Food panda, food panda. I would, but I'm like semi-married at this point, so I don't know Is Retro in the room with us? Retro, give us a sign. Retro, knock on the door.
Here. I'm just dead. No, surprisingly not. You can chat.
Starfiend, Starfiend, wow, Starfield, Garfield.
I've just been making a new Sinetis scene. At least what I've been doing. What are the options? Oh yeah, he's gonna make breakfast. That's what he's gonna do.
You make breakfast. Well, you do have the chef feat, so it is actually a time for you to use that. Let's go do that. Will we remember the chef feat exists and actually use it? Who knows?
Let's see here. Do you want temp HP? Actually, I guess the temp HP is a long rest thing. I finished a long rest recently. I should be fine.
Yeah, that's where I'm asking.
I'll go make some. I can give 4 people temp.
Yeah, you've gotten better at cooking.
Retreating with efficiency bonus, and then, so 4 people get 4 temp HP. Who wants it? Well, I mean, it's only Arleigh, Celeste, Midnight, and me. No one else is here.
Or the person you're assigned to protect. And Lila.
Does she want one?
Or Christ.
Sure, she can have one. I'll just
Yay!
one. She gets 4 temp HP. So everyone but me, Murdock, and Gyan get temp HP. I made egg sandwich.
I'm just gonna put this here because your tokens don't have HP here. You're well fed. She's our Lord and Savior. So I'm guessing we're waiting for Snow to come back for potion dealing. Yeah, this is the prep phase. You're going to Witherbloom and are allowed a prep phase. I wonder what's going to happen.
Frog.
It's not like you have a party member who can literally see the future now.
Why is there a beanbag on that chair?
Because Arleigh brought it out.
So she put the beanbag on the chair and then
The
sat
chairs
on
were
the
moved
chair.
away. I can't move those.
Oh, okay. Chairs don't exist anymore.
Well, we can pause then on Stella's if Snow's not here because I'm still eating my phone. Sinetis cooked some good food, and these 4 people who have the mark have temp HP. Because Sinetis is now better at cooking for being level 9. 4?
Hit stuff better, but now I can make you better food.
It's 4 temp HP, right?
Yeah, it's 4 now.
Yeah, then you get 4.
Not a lot, but shit. It can stop you from dying.
Okay, so... How's everyone on gold?
I have 7 gold. I don't need it though. I was thinking of buying Fred a coat or something.
I have a few hundred to spare. Yeah, because she's the debt collector of this party. Celeste and Murdock collect party debt. So they have the gold. Damn right, I'm the Yakuza. If we want to check the other party members' pockets, Gyan has like 444. Murdock has like 86, surprisingly. Gyan has 444. Of course Gyan has 400. He rarely buys shit.
We should just steal all the Gyan's money. He's not using it.
Take it. Ping him. Maybe he should buy the potions then. Well, I'll allow it, but you guys handle asking him for money. Gyan. Can I grab your wallet? For a good cause. If you don't want to die, I'll allow it. Just resolve it with him later. This makes sense. You have that goal. Just remember how much you're taking and ask him for it. If not, pay up. You can have it. This makes sense. Just remember to pay him back or ask him for permission after it's already done. I'll give you 3 Hondo.
Watch. I don't remember what I wanted to say.
I can merely give 100 to pay him back. Fine, I'll only ask you for tax when we use our diamonds. Well, they gave you permission. Then there you go. Spending my money, you forgot I don't have anything to earn money anymore. Thank you for your contribution. Well, you guys were given options to restore your money, but nobody took going back to their jobs as the option. Anyway, what should we buy? Well, insert persona shop transition of various different colors and styles, because I'm not gonna put you all somewhere else. Who you going to? Or, well, rather, what you going to? Let's just, do this. Alright, let's do this. Should we just get a few standards in the creator? I forgot how much they are in this universe. It's just like 50 and 100 for standard and creator. Really, the best they're used for now, given your current HP bars, is to revive you without needing spell slots. Because at this point, your HP bars are high enough that your own healing probably far surpasses potions at this point. But yeah, they could be useful. It's for specifically people who can't restore stuff. If you want a little list of what can commonly be bought, let's see here. I have it in a tab here for Strixhaven Magic Shop. You can buy spell scrolls. Yeah. Still use potions to heal us when we go close to half HP to save some slots. And I remember... What scrolls are there? Well, pick what you want. Generally, scrolls are easily found. The most easily found are arcane scrolls, which is just any first level arcane scroll is easily found. But you do have special access to some shops that sell level 2 scrolls now, but that requires a bit of asking around. It's just a basic skill check. But generally, any first level arcane spell is already findable. Any first level divine or primal or druidic spell are easily found as well, but pretty easy to find. Still requires something. Any second level spell will require something. Just remember that a spell scroll will use a set DC and modifier if you're thinking of using a spell scroll to act as healing. No, it uses its own modifier, not yours. So it would be probably worse than whatever you can heal yourself right now. But it doesn't cost any spell slot. What if we get 2 greater healing? I'll let that... Yep. And I don't know what else. I'm just gonna use like what I use for Wrath West prices now for potions. I remember. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's like 100 or 150. That's not that. I'm looking at the wrong server. That's why. Where's the shop? Shit. Where do I have it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's actually... I'll just let it be. Sure, 50, then 100, yeah. Guys, help me here. Celeste, or Stella, is currently gone. It's high in retro here right now. 2 greater healing would be 200. I'll just let that slide.
What did we get? I mean, 2 greater is nice. Gives a lot of HP.
Just a reminder, pretty much everyone in this party has some healing capability, at the very least a self-heal.
I feel like 2 greater is good.
It works for a pinch.
We could buy like 4 standard with that money too, but...
Just remember, they cost actions.
Yeah.
So, I'm just eating as you guys decide. What else? Okay, Snow is proposing to get 2 greater healing potions, which I'll just say is... that's just like 200 gold for 2. Yeah, those are the 4d4 plus 4 healing. So, decent amount. Add mine and Celeste 100.
I now have a D10 plus 9 worth of healing.
Second one is pretty good. You also have the edited Indomitable, if you hadn't gotten it already. Water breathing. I'll actually throw you a boon here with that water breathing, sure. Doesn't it say that, yep, it's 100 for water breathing? Okay, just because this is Strixhaven, I'm gonna throw you a little something here. If you do buy a water breathing potion, I'll just say that it also comes with a swim speed, aka your walking speed turns into a swim speed, because you know where you're going. Yeah, it happens often enough that that's a realistic thing that they could have, sure. If you have water breathing, it'll have the extra effect of giving you a swim speed. Just because stuff happens in this campus, and people would probably need that.
Round.
You already have one person who has not water walking, so a swim speed, but if you want it, sure, you can have it.
Doesn't Gyan have one now too? With the armor?
I don't remember if he has a swim speed because of the armor, or it's just better in water. I think he does have a swim speed with it, yeah.
Got that swim speed.
Want a potion of water? That just sounds like a water bottle. A potion of water. How long does it last? I'm pretty sure it's an hour, but let me check. Yeah, it's 1 hour. So, plenty of time, presumably.
What always?
That would be 100 gold. And a little jellyfish in its icon. Cute. Okay, so let's mark 200 for greater healings. Actually, let me ask, who is going out and buying stuff again?
I'll be back. Shouldn't take too long.
Let me throw you a little something. Spell scroll of Lesser Restoration. Lesser Restoration is 2nd level, right? Yeah, let me just ask again. Who's going out and buying stuff? Arleigh and mid. Alright, well, one of you roll me an Arcana check, and one of you roll me a Perception check. OMG Wi-Fi out there, is everything being sent at once? And at the Arcana check, well, we already know who's doing Perception. I'm guessing your Wi-Fi is not letting you roll, or here we go. Yeah, that's the upgraded proficiency, alright. Yep, that's yeah. Okay. That wasn't at all necessary, but sure, 31. As you two are walking around multiple places, you come by the Biblioplex, you come by some basic stalls in the central campus, just stuff that gets you stuff you might need in preparation for all this. You pass by some stalls selling basic student goods, well, both of you, but in particularly Arleigh, Jesus. In particularly, Arleigh spots a little stand that sells a bunch of little Prismari goods, and one thing they have is something as a basic spell scroll on discount for today. It's a spell scroll that you see is marked as with 2 eyes, signifying that it's a 2nd tier of magic spell, but it has a price listed on it as 50 gold, just the price of a 1st level scroll. And, well, you see a 2nd level spell being sold for 1st level, but because you have a 31, you just see the label straight away from like 50 feet away for some reason. Alright. You immediately are able to read it somehow, as you see a spell scroll of Gust of Wind just being sold at a discount. And sure. Do you tell this to Midnight? Because this is what the Arcana check was for. Yeah, no need, because that's what the Arcana check was for. Midnight, you hear Arleigh mention wind. And you are going to Witherbloom, a place where the fog might get a bit too thick sometimes. Maybe that could be useful. Considering where you're going, a bit of clearing might be useful, if you are going there. I can just also do this. Oh, I got the bag. Some blow away fog seems useful. Judging from where we're going, the train I had. Yeah, your eyes fall on the scroll. You probably might need it. Any response from Midnight? Yeah, I agree. Anyway, I'll use my own gold to buy that scroll. You buy a spell scroll of Gust of Wind. That looks like a cigar from that tiny. Spell scroll acquired. The little Prismari clerk, a gnome, female, big round glasses, just looks up at you smiling and I don't know who you are, miss, but thank you for buying that. And you have acquired a spell scroll at a discount. That spell isn't really as popular, so I was hoping to throw away the stock. And you have it. Could be useful for us soon, so thanks. Anything else? You've gotten healing potions, you've gotten a spell scroll for, well, clearing the fog. Did you actually get the water breathing thing? A water breathing potion? Or it's just that for the... Two greater Gust of Wind scroll. Shall we get it? It gives you the ability to swim. And yeah, you do recall it from the vision, Arleigh. Yep, there is definitely water from what you saw. Remember being dunked in water by an elk? Yep, that did happen. Yep, the spell scroll of, well, the spell scroll of Gust of Wind, remember it? To remind you, it's a concentration spell that blows a column, well, yeah, that blows a column of wind in the direction that you point at. It would normally be sold at a higher price for being a second level spell, but because it was on discount and the stock was being thrown out, you only need to buy it for 50 gold. Price of a first level scroll, essentially. The water breathing is 100 gold, and it's a potion of water breathing that essentially gives you the ability to breathe water for 1 hour. But as a bonus, this one, being sold here in the specialty store, also comes with giving you a swim speed. That would be 100 gold, and it lasts a whole hour. Considering the place you're going, it may be something that could aid. Anything else? Yeah, why not? Let's get it. I'll use my own again to not keep using Gyan's gold. Alright, then you also have a potion of water breathing. Will that be all? I'm the one who can afford these things right now without Gyan's gold anyway. Ouch. 34. You better thank her, party. Thank you, ma'am. Well, if you are looking for a bit of a way to earn gold, you also pass by a booth being held by some of the student was it the Young Enterprises of Strixhaven or something like that? It's the business club. They are looking to buy magic items today, if you have any to spare. Grayson is not there though, thankfully. Just as an option in case you want to part with certain things. You do. This group does have tons of items with it, so if you want to part with certain things, be free. You see a couple at the stand, just two humans. Tall, dark-skinned, black-haired fellow, and a shorter, more. But yeah, in case you want to sell stuff. That is there. This is just general bookkeeping. My magic items are majority attuned to me. Yep. Why do I still have the mask charm here? It's non-magical now, since you've used it already. So it's basically just a hairpin now, or whatever pin. It's a normal pin now. Anything else? We can move on if you don't have anything more. I think that's all, yeah? Alright. We can move back. As well, the rest of the party gathers and ventures forth, the two of you come back to the party with a couple of things in tow. To the rest of you, you see Midnight and Arleigh carrying several items with them. A couple of potion bottles, a rolled up piece of paper, parchment rather, what you presume to be a spell scroll, and well, I think that's really all there is. A couple different colored bottles though, but everyone makes their return. Unless you have anything specific to discuss, well, we got a few things. I go and switch the things on the map, yep.
I am back.
Yep. You see Arleigh and Midnight come back with a couple differently colored bottles of, well, you can presume to be potions, and a rolled up piece of parchment which you can identify to be a spell scroll.
Woo. We came back with the rich people stuff.
Yeah, it's magic school after all. Seems to have gotten me a couple of magical things. 2 healing potions in case Perry does, a potion of water breathing, and this scroll that might be useful to blow away. That could be useful to blow away fog should we need it, and spoiler, we might.
This is a druid spell.
But yeah, you got your stuff now. Druid and Wizard spell. So, anything to do? You have made a couple of preparations. I'll take one healing potion. Because honestly, who wants to swim in muddy water? Okay, so Celeste gets one.
I have a boat. I should be fine.
Who gets the other one? Your foldable boat.
Give it to. I think actually the primer doesn't count as the spells, right?
Yeah, the primer is something he can use independently of his spells, so Midnight can still use primer spells. Primer spell, singular.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a greater healing potion. Primal primer spell. When the consequences of your actions come back to you. I also prepared freedom of movement just in case. Well, you know what you are to do now. I presume that this is satisfactory. Not the game, but the condition of being filled with satisfaction. Also, get out of here, Beanbag. I don't want your token being copied over.
Beanbag is now a part of the party.
I also grab you because you're coming with. Because we can pretty much go to go to where we are, and well, let's see how far we can go. Depends. We can honestly get this done in like 20 minutes, unless we want to proceed further with a bit of the first part. But honestly, it would be better if everyone's there for the next part after this. Oh, after the one after this. Yeah. Yeah, why did I say it like that? Oops, caps. Yeah. Well, now we'll see. Tell me, does the party wish to venture forth?
Yes.
I find it funny that if we use Tree's Stride, the one tree we're getting out of is the tree at the dorms. Both dorms have trees. And you've seen Veralda already use this one, so it's not like this one is unusable. So... Christmas tree. Grimace tree.
Grimace.
Hello, I'm Arleigh, and I'm trying out the Grimace Shake. I should prepare that. Should we prepare that spell? I'll allow it if you want. Oh. That will be an emergency escape. Could be useful. You are going to a place full of trees. And we might need a way to get the twins and Lorraine somewhere safe. Then do it. Yes. Murdock has Dimension Door too, so yep. Go, go, go! Alright, I'm gonna be Keyleth. 5th level spells. I am scared of you all now.
I don't got those.
But that's not me. Not jump off a cliff as a goldfish. Don't jump off a cliff as a goldfish. Also, modify memory only lasts for 24 hours, right? Whatever it says on the spell.
You can only modify memories within the last 24 hours. I think that's what it was. Yeah, will this charm last in effect? Stop fucking moving. Oh, it's gone. Bitch.
It was already done.
Oh.
Does the spell I get from Strixhaven Initiate always prepared, or do I have to prepare it? It should be always prepared.
You can affect the target's memories of an event that it experiences in the last 24 hours, and that lasted no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it doesn't only. I think it lasts for a long time.
I think.
Until something contradicts that memory, I think. I don't fucking know.
Yep. The memory is essentially, the memory is modified forever. Just the memories that you can affect are memories within 10 minutes within the last 24 hours. Yeah, that's how it works.
Like, if you wanted to make it seem like Gyan ate shit instead of eating a sandwich, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it didn't last longer than 10 minutes and it happened within a day.
I'm guessing, assuming you fully concentrate on it, the memory is completely modified. Yeah. Yeah, it has to dispel. Yep. Yep. That seems to be how it works. Yep. Any other questions? I thought I realized it was a fake memory after 24 hours.
I think if that was the case, the spell would be lower level.
Probably. Definitely. No more questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Well, I suppose that means we get to move on as... Let's not use that map. Let's use this map. Or this transition screen. As we're coming back here already, baby. And let me find its music again. Yep, here. And here we go. Just raise the bot because this track is pretty low volume, I think. There we go. The party goes forward. A day passes, and Lila decides to come with you. As you make the trek towards the most renowned and most comfortable campus in Strixhaven, well, what to you, to one of you it is, but to the rest of you, well, however you feel it, as you once again step into the shallow waters and unstable soil of Witherbloom campus. As you prepare to head towards the building before the detention, the building within the grounds of the detention bog, but before it itself, as you first are tasked with assisting Lila. But, well, actually before that, you are to head there earlier to wait for the rest of the the crowd. As let me just double check stuff here, make sure I'm getting it right. You can talk to each other while I get tokens ready. as you guys were copy pasted from the map. God, so many tokens. Oh, here we go again. Hop, 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 hop. Don't think. Let me just double check something again. It's been a while since I've had to read over this part. Double checking stuff. I should have one more here. I'm missing a token, that's why. I am missing a token. Let me just put that back. Things not from that vision or dream, whatever it was. This green thick fog and it smells really bad. Should we cover our nose? Don't want to smell it, yes. Fog was also around a rather muddy area. So probably not inside a building. Oh, and...
Oh. Oh.
And then with something warm, radiant like warmth. Well, that was particularly you feeling it, Arleigh, yes? It's the same thing that started the dream. You can presume whatever it is to have been causing and ending it, rather than part of the scenario itself. Well, that was something I felt before and after it. Always good to know every detail. What's this about dreams? Lila asks. Oh, well, remember when I said I'm kind of pseudo-prophet earlier? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really wasn't joking. I think I've learned enough to not take everything you all say as it should, but what could you possibly mean by that? I had a dream. Or something like a dream. It involved a lot of similarities to Witherbloom, despite me only remembering seeing fog. But hearing what could be Witherbloom. Prophecy of some sort. You're some kind of oracle yourself, Arleigh. Visions of future events seems like a rather unique talent to have. Last time I had a kind of vision like this, it looks to midnight. Dun, 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 dun.
Phone.
Oh, well, I guess it's not really myself who does it, it's more my book. But I guess that makes more sense now that you say it. A book? So you possess a book that grants you visions. You all really are an interesting bunch. Well, I suppose I'm not... I suppose it's not really my place to say that, considering, well... everything about me. But... you all really are peculiar. Oh, and she raises her arms. She raises her hands in front of her, just kind of like swaying them side to side. I mean, no offense. I'm sorry. Just, I never really got to know all of you too closely, and well... Don't worry, none taken. I think all of us already here already know that we aren't your average group anymore. Well, you come to arrive at another similar looking building that's close to, well, where you took your exams in. Well, it seems the students aren't here yet. That's good, I have some time to rehearse if I can. Shall we head in? I believe Professor Menexus is waiting for us. I guess so. I want to keep him waiting. Let's go in. We bust down the door. No, we gently open it. And, well, inside... No! No! And, well, inside you see another lecture hall of Witherbloom design. The chairs all being made of, that same orangish yellow wood that's lit up by these bioluminescent lanterns growing from the sides of the walls rather than being hung on. The walls themselves looking to be more like overgrown tree trunks and tree roots that have been magically shaped so that they form various borders that shield you from the outside elements. Thus, the floor itself being that of hardened but polished and clean dirt, surprisingly. And, well, shelves lined with books line where you once took your entrance, and over to the front, and, well, to your ceiling, which is a canopy of a mix of, well, intertwined leaves and intertwined beds of leaves, and as well as taut knotted roots and vines. To the front, you see a desk in which behind it is a professor facing the board. Or where a board would be. It's rather just... Well, I'm not going to discuss what a blackboard would be like in Strixhaven. There's a lot of probably different things that it would be replaced by. But you see a rather dapper-looking man dressed in a red top suit, The clothing definitely resembling Prismari colors, as sides and tailcoats reflect the different other colors of Prismari, primarily blue, but he's definitely more fashionably in uniform rather than just as a mess of chaos. You kind of reminds you of a gentleman with his style. As well, turning around, you see him ponder to his left. You see the left profile of his face ponder with his with his pale human flesh and brownish facial stubble. But as he turns to look at you, you see the other half of his face, his right, a blend of this gray to white. His eye on his left, this brown almost chestnut color, but the one to his right is entirely white with no iris and no lens. It's glare, as the hair that occupies the right of his face is styled in a completely different way to the slick back slightly long hair to the left side of his face. As he turns to you and, oh my, I didn't realize you would all be here this early. Welcome. I got the size of his face right. Yep, I got the size of his face right. That's good. Welcome. I see that you are all here. Pardon me for being caught at an inopportune time. And he shifts the natural magic of his body so the right side of his face now resembles his left. As you meet with Arcane Nexus, the peppy instructor of Prismari College, who is in Witherbloom for some reason. But hello! Lila walks forward first and... Good evening, Mr. Nexus. It's me. Lila Iridos. I'm here for... don't worry, Dee. I already remember your face and lovely voice. Good. You're... Oh, mic. My mic? My mic? Is it okay? Is it doing it still? Is it...
No, it's done. It was doing that.
Yeah, I can't control that. Yeah, Lila walks forward along with the rest of you, as he already mentions that, oh, don't worry, dear, I already know you. Welcome, and you must be the fabled Polychrome. Oh, I've heard so much about you all. Greetings. You may call me Professor Menexus, although I suppose you've already been calling me that. I hope you remember my dashing faces as I attended your classes. And, well, that is something memorable. For each class he taught you all, and it was a different face. Pardon me, I just can't help but wish to put on a show sometimes when I teach. Oh, it's so good to see you all in person, though. My, it was such a bore seeing you all reflected on those mirror screens. You and your gorgeous-looking details. Your face there, just the right chisel. Oh, and that facial hair, that goatee, I admire the style. That's just the right shade of black for you, my dear. Oh, hello, Professor. And you, the small one. Oh, your feathers are definitely pruned in such an elegant way. I am glad I get to see it in the third dimension. My, apologies. I am not in campus nor am I on duty, but I, as a Prismari professor myself, cannot help but be entranced by your style. Thanks. Okay, eccentric professor, noted. And just as a reminder, this is Arcane Nexus, your Prismari professor and generally someone known by the moniker of Peppy Instructor. He is, as far as you are aware, a new hire to Prismari campus and Strixhaven University in general. Let me get his bio. Is it here? Is it written here? Did I have it written down? I did not have it written down. Time to get it. Where is it? God, it's not here. But yeah, generally. Well, he definitely fits Prismari. He actually did not have a portrait, so I had to find this. He is a new hire, by... Well, actually, I think I could just search it here. Yeah, I can just search it here. Hup. Find it here. Hup. Yep, here it is. He is Arcane Menexus, a lawful good changeling Prismari professor of expression. He's a newly hired instructor, teaching a few courses in choreography and dance ensembles. He recently graduated from Strixhaven itself, as you can probably tell from the more youthful look of his appearance compared to your regular professors. and he generally bubbles with excitement at the prospect of guiding a new generation of students on the course of study, the one he so greatly enjoyed himself. Particularly, he finds delight in finding new ways to help students work collaboratively to unlock the heights of their creative potential. That part of him probably giving you a bit of insight as to why he agreed to essentially watch over a group of what would be rogue delinquents. And, well, your friends, which I guess would fall under that by the school's definition. And Lila takes her bow and I hope I'm not too early. I would not hope to inconvenience you, whatever you are doing here, professors. Ah, nonsense, my dear. You are just beautifully early. Go ahead, make your preparations. We'll be waiting for the rest of the students to apply. Oh, you, my lovely dearies at the back, you may go on, take your corners. Let's see, there's 6 of you. 4 for each cardinal corner of the room, and two for the midpoints of these long, gashly knotted walls. He's essentially telling you, hey, split up. Take a corner. And, well, I guess, whoever picks. Students will arrive soon, and Lila will come to talk to them. Who's taking which side? I don't actually remember if I gave this guy a theme. Top right. Hit! Would be here because she'll be taking the desk. I feel like I should give this guy a more extravagant theme, but I don't really have one at the moment. Top left then.
Bottom left.
Sure. Bottom right. I guess these two will be filling in. 2 up. This isn't even. I'm just gonna put you all there. Up, and up. Marlock goes there. You go here. You go here. I suppose it should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, that's properly spaced. It will be correct. Up, and up. Yeah, let's give this guy this. Just have a bit of liveliness to the air. Arkin takes a look towards different sides of the room and, this just won't do. They can't be under rehabilitation in a room that's drab as this. You there, hold up your hand. He points to you, Arleigh. Okay. As you hold up your hand, he pulls out his instructor's wand as a double helix of color, pink and blue, washes over it and flies into your hand as your hand now glows these 2 colors. And if you don't mind, you just touch that drab of a wall. I'll do that. As you touch the wall with your glowing hand, the colors of the vines and the roots suddenly start to shift as they all glow temporarily for a second, as the walls are now decorated with color more befitting of Prismari campus as he puts a little spin of color to this. No. Be right back. The leaves that hang above you all, they sway with different, actually glowing pinks, blues, whites, and other such colors, reds and dark blues and violets, as leaves start swaying almost like you're looking at, almost as if you're looking at the grass you met Nora again in when she was well. the dirt on the floor seems to rearrange itself into patterns, as rather than changing from brown to a bunch of different colors, it becomes a bit of darker brown as patterns start to swirl and spirals start to form in the dirt. The chairs themselves don't seem to change much, but they have little glowing flowers on them now, still keeping the style of Witherbloom, but have now added and with fusion the color of Prismari to them, as Arkin just breathes a sigh of relief. Ah, now this is much more like it. And now, for the guests of honor, or rather, should I say, dishonor. And while you hear the door open as a flood of students start to walk in, many faces you recognize, some not. As you all take a bit of a step back to welcome them in, you see some faces familiar. And, they are. Why are you here? It's as you see a bunch of students walk in, some familiar to you, all of them taking seats. And oh yeah, you're here because of this, and a professor at their back. As you take a look to various students at attention, you see some faces familiar. Quite. Celeste, you take note of Lorraine, who sits over here, just still in her nervous look. She catches what do you do? She catches eye of you and just kind of like waves hi, a bit more comfortable seeing you here. You see Aurora and Mel just casually sit here, not really minding too much. They're still in their home campus after all. Eyeing the twins. The twins look back on you and just kind of like nervously wave at you. Astro with a bead of sweat dripping down the side of his face. Quent just smiles here, looking like he's enjoying being here. What did he do? Rosie is just kind of like jumping up and down from her seat, while standing up on her seat now to get a look at this, just admiring the different colors of it. Same with Rampart, who is a bit more seated down. They take a look and appreciate the decor and kind of notice the familiar faces and like wave, a bit duel the student. and at the back you see a familiar face to Midnight, because this guy's also your counselor. Nils, the discipline enforcer of Silverquill College, comes to look around and note, "You seem to be all unaccounted for, Professor Nexus. I trust you and Miss Iridos can handle this project well." Not to worry, Sir Nils. I am perfectly within my capability to handle such a drab occasion. Don't get too carried away in your style there, Professor. I get that you are young and you are still inexperienced with this kind of with our teaching methods here at campus, but I hope you can focus on the aim of rehabilitation for these students rather than just a way for you to show off. All around me, Yapham. Don't worry, old fart. I get it. Now, if you can just shoo away already, class is about to start. Youngsters nowadays. He leaves. Now, Arkin addresses them all. Good evening, class, I suppose. They suddenly turned British. Good evening, class, I suppose, but, well, you aren't really a class now, are you? You may have a couple of questions here today, but I'll answer the first and most prominent one on your mind. Am I the most beautiful thing in this room right now? God, I would appreciate it if you thought that so, but, well, unfortunately the room is much more decored, but yes, that was my work. I am Sir Arkin Nexus. Glad and pleasure to meet you all, well, for a second time for some of you, if you may come to recognize me. You've all been summoned here today for a special occasion. As you all know, you are all students set for rehabilitation in the detention bog facility of Witherbloom. How unfortunate for you all. That was me swallowing a bit. Something. But, well, I'm not actually the one who will facilitate most of your rehabilitation here. It will rather be done by this lovely young woman. Introduce yourself, please. Lila kind of adjusts her tie a bit, like, stands up a bit straight. You see a bit of nervousness in her as she kind of, like, looks to all of the students, many of them being older than her. She kind of, like, breathes in and out again with a bit of nervousness, kind of like, Anyone shout something to her? Give her a bit of words. Do what you feel you want to do. You got this. Oh, thanks. I needed that. Kind of like starts up and just starts preparing herself to give a little speech. Good day, good evening, everyone. As you all may know, that I am Lila Iridos. I am of the Silvercool third years, and I am here today as partly for you all, and partly because I wanted to get a head start on my personal thesis project. Today, I stand before you all as not just a university student, but as someone who has witnessed the power and transformation of redemption. I want to speak to those of you who may have taken a wrong turn in your school life, and those who may have made mistakes. I want you to feel like, even though if you may feel like you're stuck, I want you to know that there's always a path to light. I am here today to help you begin correcting some of the mistakes that you have made, and to hopefully find inspiration within ourselves today. She kind of like starts to go on about basic stuff that honestly you probably have heard before, but well, she's trying. But well, kind of like listen to it for a bit, and you kind of like look to each student, half of which aren't really paying that much attention because, let's be honest, who wants to be in detention? The other half, though, are actually paying attention because, well, she's Lila, she has a bit of a name for herself. But, well, as she kind of like stops there, but before that, I would just like to ask for your introductions. I got a bit carried away there for a moment. Let's start from the first rows for a sec. Just let's do quick introductions, a simple matter of your names, your school and year, and what you may have done to have gotten yourself in this situation. Actually, remember to pull out the sheet because, okay, they actually are here for certain reasons that I can pull up. What's here? Where is that thing? There it is. Well, we start with Rampart. As Rampart stands up, they introduce themselves as Babe. As once again, just as a reminder, you hear elephant sounds, which are supposed to be read as Vatham Sauvage. I think, yeah. But just call me Rampart. In Lorehold, 4th year, part of the Dragon Chess Club, and what was the other one? A Dead Language Society, I think. I'm not sure if I got it right. And, well, they're here because, well, I'll just start to narrate all of them. Rampart. Offense. Caused a student to fall through an open, magically hidden trapdoor as a prank. When we got to Rosie, as like, Rosie was Vedalken. Nice pleasure to meet you all today. I'm here because, first, I should probably introduce myself again. Rosie was Vedalken, Lorehold 4th year, and I'm here because, well, I accidentally triggered a protective spell on the book that caused another student to be banished to an extra-dimensional space for a short time. And, kind of just left him there. I didn't really know. So, that's why I'm here. And we kind of get speed through Melwithorn, and Melwithorn, if you just are curious, Melwithorn started an unauthorized mascot breeding program. Apparently, I was told that, that wasn't allowed. Aurora goes in. Aurora, Luna, Winterstar. It just kind of, she goes with, I insulted a classmate, refused to apologize, and insulted my classmate again. So I was sent here. And then, we'll leave you for a bit last. Astro and Celine already mentioned the things you know, multiple offenses, late class hours, and, well, graffiti, and finally, well, bad-mouthing some Silvercool seniors, which you already know. Lorene goes in and, I accidentally, well, intentionally, but not with the purest of hearts, released a water weird on my fellow clubmates when I was supposed to be leading them. Uh, and uh, and Quent just stands proudly and just admits that he released pest mascots into Widdershan's Hall. just, just, just went and just brought them in and like go. And well, other two students who aren't important enough for names. Actually, do you have a name? Nope, it's just what Yatsu named. Why? Because he could, apparently. And well, Lila continues to go on. Any comments, any remarks by anyone? You are free to talk and stuff if you want. Nobody's really stopping you. As Lila just goes, if you do have something to say, just type it out. She just keeps going in. And one of the most inspiring aspects of our lives is our capacity for change. No matter how far you've strayed, no matter how dark your path may have been, there's always an opportunity to turn things around. We must look at our mistakes not as failures, but as lessons. Each mistake is a chance to grow, to learn, and to become better versions of ourselves. I wish to speak to you all here now as a future, promising, uplifting voice among you all. Not just within the school, but outside of it. I wish for my voice to be heard, because I know how hard it can be to find inspiration when you're in the midst of adversity. It's crucial to seek it out, though. Inspiration can be found in the simplest of things. She goes on. It's important to set goals. We must achieve something. She keeps going, and to be fair, oddly, it's a rather simple speech, but something about it does resonate somehow. You don't know if it's because it's just a thing Lila is able to do, or something more inside of her. Especially you, Midnight, who are primed to pay attention more to this. Roll me another charisma check, Midnight. So, to all the students here who may have taken a wrong turn, I please say this. You have the power to rewrite your story. Please, we must learn to embrace our mistakes as opportunities, find inspiration in the world, seek support from those who care about us, set goals, and most importantly, believe in ourselves. The light is always within reach. Its radiant warmth will forever mark both our beginnings and our ends. Even if it may not be there, physically present with you all, I hope the warmth of my words and my memory, bless you whoever sneezed, the warmth of my words and the light of my memory are enough to be going on when things may not be the most. She kind of like trails off for a bit of nervousness in her. The look on her face is the same as when she realized yesterday her role in this world. Before that, Midnight, I will let you choose a spell slot or 2 luck points. Oh, 1 spell slot or 2 luck points. As you feel a bit of radiance cast down upon you. And while to everyone else, Lila is kind of like trailing off, being unable to finish her speech as her face turns grim. A look of remembrance of what you went through yesterday on her face. Spell slot, you get it then. The rest of the room is kind of like chatting, like, is she finishing her speech? Something the matter? A bit of like murmurs there. Professor Minexis at this point has stepped back just to facilitate and watch, but Lila seems to be trailing off, forgetting what she wants to say. Anyone say anything? You're doing great! And like snaps out of it, just things. Anyone else say something? You got this. Remember what you're doing this for. As she kind of like looks back and... hi, sorry about that. Just got lost in thought for a moment. As her demeanor almost changes. When she speaks, the air itself seems to be lighter. She starts speaking once more, continuing for a thought. But this time, you can do it! Everyone feels a little something. As she continues her words, I myself felt lost recently. For a long time, I had felt confused. Like something was missing from me. When I saw things and certain people, sometimes I would think that something is missing, that I should be doing something about it, but no matter what I thought, I couldn't really seem to remember. I knew I had a purpose. I wanted to be in positions like this. Arkin kind of raises an eyebrow, kind of realizing that she's kind of trailing away from her central thought, the central thought of her speech earlier, as she seemed to go off on her own now. As once again everyone feels this warmth in them as just listen to her. I have come to a realization now that I didn't know I needed. Some things have been made clear for me personally, but it's not exactly the best thing I could ask for. What I ask for all of you is to treasure the moments you have with each other, with yourselves. For there's really no way to get back the time that you would have lost. Whether that was through having made a mistake, or just not feeling like yourself sometimes. I'm sorry, I think I got a bit off track there. We are all students here, but beneath all that, we're people. We all have a heart, we feel, and we feel lost sometimes. Sometimes we won't know where it is we're going. But when we do know, sometimes we won't be as willing to accept it. I wish for everyone in this campus, no, in this world, to feel like no matter where they look, they can always see a light shining down upon them, no matter how dark it may feel. I wish for them to feel warm, even if everything else seems cold to the touch. That's my dream. I wish to reach people. As I am right now, that's a bit limited. But maybe one day I can reach everyone. Yeah, like, and this warmth fades back a bit, almost returning to her. The light of the room seems to dim back again as nobody even noticed the room got a bit brighter. Kind of like comes back to his senses again, and I'm sorry, I think I got carried away again. Yeah, that should be it. I thank you all for coming to listen here today. Well, even if you were not in a particular choice to do it, I appreciate you all for giving me your undivided attention and hearing me out. I feel like I've come to learn something from all of you here today. And I hope you've all come to learn something about yourselves through me. Once again, Lila, here it is. Lila. Hi. Hi. Who am I? Only really the people at the front get to hear that. Oh. As Professor Minexus kind of notices this, kind of like claps like, okay, you all stand up and prepare for a notice. We are to engage in a different activity soon to follow. You aren't done just yet, but please, as we all leave the room, and we'll give you all a set amount of instructions, and well, and Lila is just kind of there, still looking dejected, almost. Anyone go to her? I'm gonna go check on her.
I'll follow him.
Are you okay? It's you guys. I think I spaced out. I thought I prepared for this. Kind of like clutches her arms, just wraps an arm around each side of her, just kind of like almost like someone huddling for warmth. I envy you all. You all are so amazing. And you were that way always. Was I just made to be like this? Existential crisis, that's what's happening. We didn't start our lives as we are right now. I don't even know when my life started. I have memories of when I was young, when I was growing up. But were those even true? I've forgotten certain things, haven't I? Important things. I feel so bad for forgetting treasured memories. I know that's what they are, but I don't know. Can't remember. Who am I? And clutches herself and almost is unable to stand up. But is trying to keep herself together. Am I even me? Am I even who I think I am? You're who you want to be. I'll pat her shoulder. Thanks. feel like I'm missing so much. It feels like there's a hole in my heart. I don't know where it is, or what could fill it. This... Am I really fit to be the next one? Why me? No one always knows what they're gonna become in the future. It's just how life is. Whether we're worthy of our lives right now is something to look out for. Our actions lead to our future, even if some of your past actions you can't recall anymore. I want to believe those were me. I can remember them like they were me, but I feel like I'm just taking her place. Kind of looks to the side for a bit, not meeting eyes with Celeste, but meeting the direction she is facing. I feel like I took the place of someone important. I want to say I know who I am, and that these are what I want. But what if I'm just taking hers? I didn't even... I even forgot my name. She was important. And, I feel like I'm just taking her skin. She is on the verge of tears. Don't, don't, don't let the other students see this. It would be embarrassing if they saw their speaker just start breaking down like this. I need to hold true to my own words. My words. The bot died. The bot died. Perfect. what happened back then, you're still you. Do you? Do you really think so? I think I understand now. Whenever I saw you, I feel like something was there. I thought about it last night, and I was lucky to have gotten a bit of sleep. But I think I know what you meant to her. And I feel so sorry. Like I said, you're who you want to be. Only you can decide that. It's your life, your goals, your ambitions and desires. What you're doing right now is something you decided, not someone else. He just takes that in, but looks at Celeste and only says two things, or two words. With tearful eyes in her looking at you, she just says, "I'm sorry." And you immediately know what she means. He turns back to just look at the desk. Breathing in, breathing out. She's wanting to get rid of this soon so she can stand back up. A heavy weight is on her shoulders. Need a hug? I would appreciate that, Arleigh. May I? I'm a hugger. These two share an embrace. The weight on her seems to be lifted, if at least for a while. She composes herself. She breathes. She puts a finger to the corner of her eye, wipes away a tear that was still there. Gotta end it out. It was foolish of me to think I could accept it all in one day. But I had to go through with this. You're right. I still want to do this. Lila, want to work on this project. If not for her, but for myself as well. I feel eternally sorry. I look, sound, and act like her. But I want to find who it is I am. And I hope you guys can bear with me for a while as I go do that. And thank you again for taking me in. I know I'm not really fit to be an addition to your group. I just feel like I could be much stronger if it's not just me. Though if it ever gets too much, you can just leave me alone. It's definitely a hard thing to grasp. And I'll get there, I think. We're all in this together. Together now. You're here with us because you're still our friend, no matter what happens. Thank you. Thank you. She turns to look at you all, and I meet you all. Come here, you little shits. I'm glad I met you guys. This all feels like a lot, but it feels a lot less knowing other people know. And I'll do my best to be myself. It's the least I can do. Smile. That kind of smile. And, well, Arkin would call you all next and give you your next set of instructions. But to wait for the rest of this party to be complete for you all to hear it, I'd say we can call it there. But, well, you can say your last things you want to say if you have something to say. We're getting emotional here a bit because plot. I sob. I feel like I have a lot of things to say next session. Think about it. All of us here have at least something unique about us, so you're not that far off. I talked a lot this session, Arleigh being the heart. And, yeah. I guess we can say goodbye. Continue next time so you can all be hopefully complete when I give you your next set of instructions, because the day is not over yet. Goodbye.